What up, guys? Well, Mr. Downtown Ray Mully. You're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Orlando for Friday, February 2nd, 2024, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for the Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Netflix is teasing the new film Code 8 Part 2. The streaming service shared a trailer for the sci-fi thriller Friday featuring actors and cousins Robbie Amell and Stephen Amell. Code 8 Part 2 is a sequel to the 2019 Code 8, which takes place in a world where people with powers or superhuman abilities are marginalized and required to register with the government. Robbie Amell and Stephen Amell return as former criminal associates Connor Reed and Garrett Kelton in this sequel. The trailer shows Connor, played by Robbie Amell, trying to protect a teenage girl, while Garrett, played by Stephen Amell, makes a deal with Sergeant Kingston, played by Alex Malari Jr., a corrupt cop. The official synopsis reads, Connor's attempt at staying out of trouble is destroyed when he is forced to help 14-year-old Pav, played by Serena Galamagas, escape from a pack of corrupt officers led by Sergeant King, played by Malari. King uses the newly launched robotic canines to track Pav down, while Connor finds himself reaching out to Garrett and his crew for help. Code 8 Part 2, directed by Jeff Chan, premieres February 28th on Netflix. Silicon Valley is giving a glimpse of the new film Back to Black. The studio shared a trailer for the biopic Friday featuring Marissa Bella as the late singer Amy Winehouse. Back to Black explores the life and career of Winehouse, the Grammy-winning singer-songwriter who died of alcohol poisoning at the age of 27 in July of 2011. The trailer depicts Winehouse's bond with her father, Mitch Winehouse, played by Eddie Marsan, and her turbulent relationship with her husband, Blake Felder Silva, played by Jack O'Connell. Juliette Cowan and Leslie Manville also star. Back to Black is written by Matt Greenhalgh and directed by Sam Taylor Johnson. The film gives a never-before glimpse into Amy Winehouse's early rise to fame and the release of her groundbreaking studio album Back to Black. Back to Black opens in theaters April 12th in the United Kingdom and May 10th in the United States. Brad Pitt is joining the cast of Quentin Tarantino's film, The Movie Critic. Deadline reported Thursday that Pitt will reunite with Tarantino on the project, which is expected to be Tarantino's final film. Pitt and Tarantino previously collaborated on Inglourious Basterds and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Sony Pictures is expected to distribute the film with Stacey Shear as producer. The movie is eyeing for a 2025 release. Tarantino previously told Deadline that The Movie Critic is set in California in the 1970s and is based on a guy who really lived but never was really famous and used to write movie reviews for Porno Rack. Variety confirmed Pitt's casting and said The Movie Critic may be inspired by the life of late New York writer Pauline Kael. Sources also discussed Pitt's casting with The Hollywood Reporter. Tarantino previously said in 2014 that he planned to retire after his 10th film. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, his 9th feature, was released in 2019. Netflix announced 13 additional cast members for the Ted Danson comedy A Classic Spy, created by Mike Shear. Danson previously appeared in Shear's The Good Place. Based on the documentary The Mole Agent, A Classic Spy stars Danson as Charles, who responds to a private investigator's ad for a mole in a retirement community. Mary Elizabeth Ellis plays Charles' daughter Emily, a married mother of 3 herself. Eugene Cordero plays her husband. Stephanie Beatriz plays Dee Dee, the managing director of the San Francisco retirement home. Leela Ritchie Creek Estrada plays Julia, the PI who hires Charles. Sally Struthers, Stephen McKinley Henderson, Margaret Avery, John Getz, Clyde Katasu, and Susan Ruttman played the residents in the retirement community. Lori Tan Chin plays Susan, the president of the Residents Council. Mark Evans Jackson plays Julia's client. Jama Williamson plays Beatriz, the community activities director. NBC is sharing new details about its Suits spinoff, Suits LA. The network said in a press release Thursday it's given a pilot order to the legal drama. Suits LA is a spinoff to Suits, which had a 9-season run on USA Network from 2011 to 2019. The original series starred Gabriel Mash, Patrick J. Adams, Rick Hoffman, and Meghan Markle. The new show will follow Ted Black, a former federal prosecutor from New York, who now represents the most powerful clients in Los Angeles. The character finds his firm at a crisis point. An official synopsis reads, Ted is surrounded by a stellar group of characters who test their loyalties to both Ted and each other while they can't help but mix their personal and professional lives. All of this is going on while events from years ago slowly unravel that led Ted to leave behind everything and everyone he loved. Suits LA will begin filming in Vancouver, Canada in late March. The pilot is written and executive produced by Suits creator Aaron Korsh. Casting has yet to be announced. CBS announced Thursday that Donna Kelce will appear on The Price is Right at night on Wednesday. Her sons, Travis and Jason Kelce, will guest star on the shows via video. Referring to Donna Kelce as Mama Kelce, the family is part of the show's Ultimate Super Bowl party. Donna announced prizes for the contestants. Travis Kelce is playing in the Super Bowl with the Kansas City Chiefs. Jason Kelce is a player for the Philadelphia Eagles. The Price is Right is special, includes supersized prizes and Super Bowl-themed packages, including a trip to Las Vegas for the game. The boys announced Donna Kelce and get to tell her to come on down. Donna Kelce says, as a proud NFL mom to Jason and Travis, I'll never miss a chance to cheer them on from the stands. Photos show Donna Kelce with host Drew Carey, player Devin Goda, and model Alexis Gobb. The Price is Right at night airs 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday. Netflix on Thursday announced additional casting for a new comedy series in development with Mindy Kaling. Kate Hudson was previously announced as the star. Righteous Gemstone Scott MacArthur and the other two's Drew Tarver have joined the cast as siblings of Hudson's character. Brenda Saw also joins the show. Hudson plays Issa Gordon, who takes over for one of her brothers as the president of the Los Angeles Waves basketball team. Tarver plays the chief financial officer, Sandy Gordon, and MacArthur plays general manager Ness Gordon. Song will play Ali Lee, the Waves chief of staff. Callie and Ike Barinholtz are writers and executive producers. David Sasson is the showrunner. Joe Rogan and Spotify have signed a new deal for his podcast allegedly worth as much as $250 million that will allow the Joe Rogan Experience to be available on other platforms. First reported by Wall Street Journal, it purportedly a multi-year deal that includes a minimum guarantee plus ad revenue sharing. Spotify has had the exclusive streaming right for the Rogan podcast for 3 years, but the new deal will allow distribution on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and YouTube. Spotify says for more than 3 years, the Joe Rogan Experience has consistently been the number one podcast across the globe. In a statement, Spotify says, since the podcast has been exclusive to Spotify, overall podcast consumption on the platform has increased by 232%. As a result of this exponential growth we've seen, this has attracted a wide array of advertisers that have fueled the 80% increase in revenues in 2023 since 2021, including a 45% increase in revenue in 2023 for the show. The comedian actor started the podcast in 2009. Spotify took action in 2022 to pull 70 episodes in which Rogan said the N-word. Rogan called it a political hit job. The action was done quietly as musicians Joni Mitchell, Neil Young, Crazy Horse, and Niles Lofgren pulled music from the platform to protest the alleged spread of COVID-19 misinformation on the program. Spotify lost billions in market value after Neil Young pulled his music catalog from the platform. Rogan's podcast has featured right-wing conspiracy theorist Alex Jones and Proud Boys founder Gavin McInnes as guests. In 2022, Spotify apologized to employees about the controversy his podcast had caused. Actor Carl Weathers died Tuesday at the age of 76. Deadline confirmed the news via a statement from Weathers' family Friday, and Variety with Weathers' manager. The family stated that Weathers died peacefully in his sleep. Weathers appeared in the first 4 of Rocky movies as Apollo Creed. Apollo was Rocky's Sylvester Stallone's opponent in the first 2, trainer in the third, and his death at the hands of Ivan Drago, played by Dolph Lundgren, motivated Rocky's 4th bout. The Creed's films follows Apollo's son, Adonis Creed, played by Michael B. Jordan. The Drago family challenged Adonis in Creed 2. A diverse career spanning action movies like Predator and Action Jackson, comedies like Happy Gilmore, and drama and TV's Chicago Justice. Weathers recently appeared in and directed episodes of The Mandalorian. Weathers also voiced Combat Carl in the Toy Story franchise. His movie career began with an uncredited appearance in the 1973 Dirty Harry sequel Magnum Force. He began directing with the 1995 episode of Renegade. Weathers was 76. Usher's back with new music. The 45-year-old singer-songwriter released a single and music video for the song Ruin with Feels on Friday. Usher told Feels on Instagram, "Thank you, bro, for bringing your gift to the track and to the video. It's a whole vibe." Ruin appears on Usher's forthcoming 9th studio album, Coming Home. Usher will release the album February 9th. Ruin debuts ahead of Usher's headline performance at the Super Bowl 58 halftime show. The singer will take the stage February 11th at the Allegiant Stadium in Paradise, Nevada. Usher discussed his career-spanning performance on Friday's episode of Good Morning America. He said, "I don't know where to start. I am, and I didn't get there by myself. So everybody that has been a part of it, I'm carrying them with me. All of my fans, my loved ones, I'm carrying you right with me when I walk on the stage that night." Usher shared a trailer for his Super Bowl performance in January featuring his hit song, Yeah. Keith Urban is back with new music. The 56-year-old country music singer released the song Straight Line on Friday. Straight Line is the first track of Urban's forthcoming 12th studio album. Urban wrote on Instagram, "This is a song that kicks off an album I'm jonesing to share with you all. I chose it first for a lot of reasons, but particularly because I think it represents an energy and spirit that became through the line of this whole record. I'm going to cover a lot of themes, emotions, and vibes on this album, but a very human spirit runs through them all." He added, "Straight Line is wanting to break out of a soul-sucking routine that you might be stuck in, maybe in a relationship, a job, with creativity, with yourself, whatever it is. It is a message of feeling alive again and getting out from under that dark." Urban's new album is also expected to feature singles Wild Heart, Night Falls, Brown Eyed Baby, and Street Called Maine, released in 2021 and 2022. The singer's most recent album, The Speed of Now, Part 1, was released in September 2020. South Korean girl group Red Velvet has a first music video with 400 million views on YouTube. The K-pop stars celebrated after their video for the song Bad Boy reached the milestone Friday. Red Velvet's second most watched video, Psycho, has over 385 million views. Bad Boy appeared on the Perfect Red Velvet, the repackaged version of Red Velvet's album Perfect Velvet, released in January 2018. The Bad Boy music video shows the members of Red Velvet performing against a snowy backdrop. Red Velvet's most recently released its third full-length Korean album, Chill Kill, in November. The group consists of Irene, Tsugaili, Wendy, Joy, and Yuri. Passing to report, Wayne Kramer, the lead guitarist of the 60s Detroit rock band, the MC5, has died. He was 75. No cause of death has been determined. He was best known for sharing lead guitar solos with Fred Sonic Smith on such hits as Kick Out the Jams, Ramblin' Rose, and Teenage Lust. Kramer was 75. And finally, here are the top 10 songs on the Billboard Hot 100 singles charts for the week of February 3rd. Number 10, 21 Savage with Red Drum. Number 9, SZA with Snooze. Number 8, Doja Cat with Paint the Town Red. Number 7, Doja Cat with Algora Hills. Number 6, Ariana Grande, Yes and. Number 5, Zach Bryan featuring Casey Musgraves with I Remember Everything. Number 4, Ted Swims with Lose Control. Number 3, Tate McRae with Greedy. Number 2, Taylor Swift with Cruel Summer. And the number 1 song on the Billboard Hot 100 singles charts for the week of February 3rd, Jack Harlow with Lovin' on Me.